What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by two things. Since we don't do any sponsorships here on the channel, I'll go ahead and show them out real quick. The first is my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and the second is a new podcast I just launched called Chasing Infinity. It is myself and ChatGPT as my AI co-host, and we dive into a wide range of topics. So check it out. Links in the description below, and I appreciate the support. Okay, guys, I was going to do one of those, answering comments videos, and I came across the first comment here from Yvonne, and I figured this probably deserved a video in and of itself, just because I know it's going to be a hot topic. It's going to be a video, or, a question that people will continue to ask me probably over the next 12 months. And so if you've been around for a while, you probably know this. I haven't used the term in a while, but, we'll dive into it. So Yvonne is asking here, at what price will you start selling your SPS? Do you have a cash out strategy? What is it? Mind sharing. Okay, so throughout most of 2023, as well as into the early parts of this year, I was cashing out, and my strategy is not like some grand thing where it's just like, oh, I'm going to start selling SPS at a certain price. Now, that's untrue, because I'm going to share something with you towards the later part of this video. But in my head, in terms of like what I'm making, what I'm earning from playing the game, I was doing the ice cream money strategy, right? So for people who've been around the channel for a while, they understand that, which is essentially just me taking a portion of everything that I earned and selling it for whatever it is that I wanted. Bitcoin, fiat, ice cream, whatever it is you want, right? Whatever it is that you desire, I was always taking a small portion out. Now, again, that was throughout all of 2023, as well as early into this year, especially when SPS was pumping, with Bitcoin was pumping early, SPS was pumping early, through what's that called? Well, we had the ETFs for Bitcoin in January, and then of course Rebellion came out in December of last year, and into this year there was a lot of momentum. So it didn't matter what the price was. SPS was at a penny, SPS was at 3 pennies. Like, I was just selling a portion of it. Now, not a large portion, but enough where I'm just like, okay, I'm going to take a little bit off the table, right? This is my reward for playing the game, right? And I'm going to take X percent, 10%, 25%. Again, the number wasn't necessarily important. I just felt like, okay, let me take a little bit off the board and make it real, right? Let me make it real by either buying two things primarily, right? Either I'm buying Bitcoin with it, or I'm switching over to fiat and using it in real world. Again, was it a lot of money? No, it wasn't, but it was just something where I knew that I was getting value long term or short term, right? For playing the game. And it was realizing that value in one way or another. Now that stopped. I did stop that probably around, I want to say sometime in Q2 of this year. We saw SPS go below a penny. We saw, just a massive exodus from the game. People were selling. It was a rough time period over the Q2, spring and summer, and now even into fall. And at that point, I looked at it and I said, well, you know what? We're rounding the corner here into hopefully what will be a bull run, right? So post halving, I was very much in the mindset of let me just hold on for a little bit, right? I probably have a video, and maybe I'm not getting the timing right. Somebody can go and check the video, but I think I have a video at some point over the past 6 to 9 months at which I said I'm no longer selling my SPS, right? I am just continuing to stack for the time being, and I want to wait and see where the bull run may go. So, to answer this question more directly, at what price will I start selling my SPS? Again, since I was doing the ice cream strategy, and I will continue doing the ice cream strategy at some point. Where that ends up being, I don't know. This is more of a timing of the market, timing of the Splinterlands kind of release strategy, as well as timing of timing the market, timing Splinterlands release strategy, as well as where the value is, right? Below a penny, it just doesn't make any sense to me, because I do genuinely think we can get to significantly higher than that at some point in the not too distant future. And I'm looking mainly at the upcoming core set, Conclave Arcana, as well as all of the things leading up to that as the catalyst to say, all right, I'm at a point where I'm ready to start taking some ice cream money again. So I can see that happening, not this year, unless, of course, the promo cards just end up pushing the value of SPS significantly higher. I can see that happening sometime in Q1 of next year, where as we're leading up to it, maybe we start to see the flywheel start activating again. Maybe we start, hardcore mode comes out, glamour comes out, all that stuff, land comes out. And I start thinking to myself, okay, now's a good time, right? Like we're in 2025. This is the bull run year, right? Blow off top is at some point. Let me start taking some capital off the table. So in a way, I'm trying to realize the gain. I'm trying to take my profits as we go along in a way where I'm DCAing out of SPS. Again, it's not necessarily like I'm just trying to like have this huge windfall. I'm just trying to realize the value. Now, that being said, is there like a massive cash out strategy, right? Like, is there at some point in which I would sell larger chunks of this? And yeah, absolutely. What those numbers are, I can't tell you off, let me, I want to make this video valuable to you. I can't say that I'm going to do this for sure. I can't give you the denominations or the percentages, but if we were to hit, for example, 10 cents, right? To me, that's a 20x from the all-time low that we had. It's a 20x from where, I started really scooping up a ton of SPS. I'd probably sell a chunk there. I'd probably sell another chunk at 20 to 25 cents. And hell, if we even flirted with the all-time high, meaning we go anywhere between like 50 cents to $1, yeah, you can bet I'm going to sell a decent chunk at that point too. But you have to understand that selling a decent chunk, the way that I have my SPS structured right now is I'm obviously, I have a portion, a stack in which it's not even in game, right? It's not even in game. It's not earning any rewards. It's literally to trade. And so that's the portion that I'll be selling from, right? Where it's just like, okay, SPS has gone high enough. I'm going to sell like a certain percentage of that. Our SPS has gone a little bit higher. I'm going to sell a little percentage of that. But regardless of that, I am still going to be employing the DCA ice cream or DCAing out or the ice cream money strategy, where probably as soon as we get to the new year, right? And we'll see how things shake out over the next couple of months. But as we get into 2025, I might just say, you know what? On January 1st, I'm just going to start selling some SPS every day. And again, is that going to be a lot? No, it might be 5 to 10% of my earnings. It's not going to be anything super crazy. But, at that point in time, I'll start thinking to myself like, well, we're in the bull run, right? We're in the bull run. We're leading up to a major set release. We're leading up to all these cool things that the team is doing. I just want to start, realizing some of the gains, realizing some of the rewards for playing the game. So hopefully that gives you an idea. I apologize if it's not the exact, or I apologize if it's not the exact answer that you wanted. I just can't give you what it is that you want right now. So I'm telling you, like, this has been the strategy. The ice cream money strategy has been what I've been using for the past, I guess, almost 2 years now. And yes, at some point there will be positions at which I will sell. Again, 10 cents, if that's what you really want to hear, I'll probably sell a portion, not a huge portion, but 10 cents, 20 cents, right? Like these big markers of where we get to. Now, there is a number that I am tracking, and I don't have it available right now, but there is a number at which I would also consider taking a significant chunk out, which would be the new all-time high from a market cap perspective. Now, last I checked, that was somewhere between 10 and 15 cents, right? So when I'm saying 10 cents, that's probably the range in which it'll be, especially considering the fact that we're still minting a ton of SPS, which means that price per SPS token is actually coming down for when we hit a new market cap all-time high. Now, unless we burn tons and tons of SPS, that number's not going to go up. It's going to continue to go down. But overall, I'm not too concerned with like the specific numbers. Like, and this, let me be very clear about this. I should have said this at the beginning. Like, none of this is a price prediction, right? I have no idea. None of this is financial advice. I have no idea where any of this stuff is going to go. You're just asking at what price would I start selling. So I'm telling you the time frame in which I would begin selling, which would be probably early next year, regardless of the price of SPS, although I'd like to see it over a penny again, over a penny or a penny and a half, right? Especially if I start to see us get to like the 1.2 cent range, because that to me represents where all of a sudden the value of the energy trade, burning DEC, starts to come back. And in my mind, that's like, okay, flywheel is imminent, right? Flywheel is imminent because the returns are good and the whales are going to start burning a ton of DEC in order to maximize their gains here, right? It makes sense. But again, I can't give you exact numbers. I've given you a bunch of different price targets of which and different actions I might take, but all of this stuff is super fluid. Like, I have no idea when I'm actually, I don't want to commit to something certain at that point. So I will say that the DCAing out strategy is my favorite one, because at some point next year, early next year, I will implement it, right? At some point, I will say to myself, now's the time to begin. Doesn't matter what the price of SPS is, right? We're in the bull run. Bitcoin is potentially hitting new all-time highs, and the market's getting excited. I want to start DCAing out because, to get bearish for a second here, right? There is a chance, and I've said this throughout the entire time, there is a chance that Splinterlands does not pop off, right? That maybe a pump to 1 penny is all that we get. And I absolutely want to be taking, my DCAing ice cream money out at that point, because if we get to an extended bear market again at the end of 2025 or early 2026, and SPS was only able to rise to a penny, right, and we're going to go down 80% from there, at least I sold some at a penny. All right. So that's the mindset that I have for this. Hopefully that was helpful, but that's all I can share with you at this point. Maybe as we get closer towards the end of the year, early next year, I'll have a little bit more insight into where my head is at from a ice cream money standpoint. But yeah, that's all I got. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.